Falz, the bad guy. You're welcome to the studio.
What up, fast bad guys in the building? What's really happening?
This is Nigeria. That's what's happening.
Yes.
All right, I'm so pleased to have you on this
so
invitation to join me in the studio today. And to begin with, trending right now is This is Nigeria.
Yes.
And then my own first question, before I even talk about what people are commenting, is you have been speaking about hills in Nigeria with your music, right? But This is Nigeria, that style appears like child of serendipity, like something that just occurred and you just decided to take it. You must have had that lyrics before. Am I correct?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, like you said, conscious music is something that I've always been doing. You know, I've always been putting that social commentary in my music already. So definitely, I was already working on lyrics in that line already. Okay. Then I saw the Childish Gambino track, This is America. I was inspired by the way that he told the American story, and I thought it would be nice for me to make my own version telling the Nigerian story, and that's why I did it.
So it wasn't as if it was after you saw, because a lot of people are saying, oh, Childish Gambino inspired This is Nigeria. You would have still produced the music at this time, but not with that style.
Exactly, probably not with that style, exactly.
But so that is to say that police station closing 6 p.m. for security reason is actually what you have in mind already.
Yes.
And I also love another part of the song, which is where you say that pastor expunges demon by pulling
on
the
fire.
breast.
Remember, exactly, remember the breast. I know that's the one you will like.
But Falz, have you been going to church before? Sele?
I go to church. I've not really been to Celestial Church before, but I've been to almost every other kind of church.
Interesting. Well, this question has been asked over time, like how your father's, style of kind of rebel criticism of government also influenced the kind of music. But the question I have is, this is Nigeria, where the kind of course, recently you remember that a very small boy was used to try to shade you for trying to criticize the use of entertainers to promote some heels. How do you react to that, first of all? I
mean, if I see that someone is making a comment that doesn't deserve my response, I don't bother to respond. But what I said at that time was that entertainers need to be careful of sending out the wrong message, because, you know, promoting what I was referring to fraud, promoting what is crime, you know, could send out the wrong message to the youth, and I still stand by that.
Well, there will be two sides now. The side of those that are saying, Kokaye, second kaye, fraud is fraud, as far as you are making money. And the side of those of you that are saying, and you are very few. Are you bothered?
I'm not bothered, because at the end of the day, the truth is the truth, you know. People that try to justify, you know, what is wrong are always going to be there, but the truth is the truth, and everybody knows the truth.
Do you know what I see in you?
What do you see in me?
I see F. Sorry. Falano. And then adding your own to it. I love the creative way you are trying to use music that everybody wants to hear to pass the message they don't want to hear. Or they probably would not have wanted to listen to if it was not in music.
Thank you very much. And that is why I did that, and I felt like it was a perfect avenue to pass that message, a very relevant message and a very important message right now.
Again, this is Nigeria, Falz.
Yes.
How is your style of music putting you on that pedestal to be able to, do you get patronage like other, like other secular musicians?
No, I think my music is very relatable. My music is very enjoyable. My music, you know, plays everywhere that music can be broadcast. So I believe that, you know, patronage is something that I'm getting in very sufficient amount. Yeah, to be honest.
You know, say Papa Falana get one thing with himself, he say most of the times, the man no mind, he must have faced severe threats, attacks, and he keeps absorbing them, and he continues consistently on what he's doing. And now you're also taking almost on the same path with music. Have you ever faced maybe threats, and then anything that slightly discourages you?
I faced threats, but nothing discouraging, nothing strong enough to make me afraid. You know, at the end of the day, you know, even those threats are not legal, but I have definitely faced threats, but nothing to be bothered about.
This is Nigeria. If you were to add something now, like you want to remix it, what would you want to add?
A lot of, so many things. After I dropped the video, I thought about, or let me say, people brought my attention to some new issues that, you know, probably could have been talked about. But there's still going to be more stuff. There's still going to be more songs. You know, there'll probably even be an entire project, you know, where I shed light on more issues. So there's still a chance for me to talk about more.
There's this also coming personal now, center of emotional conflict, should I say. Are you marrying soon?
Well, let's see how it goes. I'm in no position to determine that. Currently, I'm not even having a girlfriend, talk less of fiancé. So at least I'm not able to make a certain commentary on that particular area.
When last did you hear from Simi?
Simi is a good friend of mine. We do talks on a regular basis. At least, you know, every now and then we do gist on phone. Nothing there.
It's definitely good taking over Simi from you.
Is he taking what?
Taking Simi over from you now.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You know, Falz.
Simi is just a good friend of mine. There was
nothing more.
Nothing romantic out there.
A lot of us were expecting, you know, we were just expecting.
What are you expecting?
You know, after that jam question and all those and all those.
You see, that's the problem with people in this Nigeria. Instead of you to face
me,
your own relationship, face your front. You are looking at somebody else.
If we look front, we dey see Falz. So we guys take care of us first before we take care of ourselves.
No, I'm still a single man. I'm looking for somebody that, you know, can perfectly compatible with my nature. Understand?
I have.
You have somebody? Please give me the contact now.
After the show.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Going forward, is there any plan to marry law, legal practice with entertainment?
Yeah, in the future, I'm looking for the perfect way to do that. So, you know, I'm definitely still planning that properly.
So, one last message to, one, our police force, two, to our pastors, three, to Nigerians, and finally to our government.
To the police, I think they really need to pipe down on the harassment. The harassment is becoming quite serious, especially the men of the federal state anti-robbery squad. They really need to pipe down on that. But I think the issue with the police force is more with the government. So my message to the government is to really look at the police force and consider a major revamp, because I think that is very essential. And to the government actually really need to wake up even more than the people need to, and, you know, react to what is going on. A lot of people are being killed every day. There's so many issues that we're being plagued with, but the reaction of the government seems extremely sluggish. And you said to the pastors, Abi, was that? Yes.
You wanted to pretend you didn't hear me.
I think no. I think the pastors are in a position, because of the religious fanaticism of Nigerians. Pastors are in a position of power. You know, people look up to them and almost worship them. And I believe a lot of pastors are abusing that power. And, you know, they really need to really do the work of God, if that's what they, you know, claim to be doing, and just shouldn't really abuse that power that is.
I feel that if somebody like you is in power, you're going to close down many churches. But let me not go there. There's this global agitation.
This, I'm a Christian.
I know, but you're already saying most of the pastors deliver through the breast. This is Nigeria. Anything goes, right? There's this agitation for young persons to come into power from 2019 onwards.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's not all about popularity. And, you know, if you're going to assume any public office, you need to be sure that you're ready. And you need to be sure that you do have some sort of plan in terms of impact. And I think that's what a lot of people, you know, don't really necessarily do before they go. They just want to be there. They just want to go and chop. And, you know, it's the Nigerian story once again. Yeah.
So, do you support the not too young to run agitation?
It's a great idea, because I believe that both young and old people can have ideas, and, you know, the fact that some age limits as contained in our constitution might be on the high side, you know, could be a bit of a hindrance. So that being brought down, you know, is a good idea. Yeah. So
lastly, we're going to sign off on this. I want to check if so many young persons are coming out already declaring. Do you see any of them that you can say, oh, at least some of them, as I can say, this one is serious. And
right now, I haven't seen. No.
You haven't seen any young person.
I haven't seen, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing a young person that I believe, you know, has the right drive and the right plan for this country.
It is only in Nigeria where you can take money from the church, money contributed by poor congregation member. You go and set up a university that the members cannot attend, cannot send their children to. It's against the rule of the law.
Big shout out to Objective Media. Stay tuned. My name is Falz, aka Falz the Bad Guy. Peace.